Imagine a castle so creepy, so downright bizarre, that legends say it was built not to keep enemies out, but to keep something terrifying in. Welcome to Houska Castle, nestled deep within the forests of the Czech Republic. It might look like your typical European stronghold, but trust me, this place is anything but ordinary. Before we dive into what makes this medieval fortress one of the weirdest and most haunted places in the world, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you love exploring the eerie, the unexplained, and the downright chilling. All right, let's step through the gates of Houska Castle if you dare. A castle in the middle of nowhere. First off, let's talk about location. Castles are usually built with a purpose, on a hilltop to defend against invaders, near a river to control trade routes. But Houska, it sits in the middle of nowhere. No strategic position, no water source, no access to trade, just forest. A lot of forest. It's almost like someone wanted this place far away from civilization. Some historians believe it was intentionally placed to cover a massive, gaping hole in the earth. Not just any hole, but a bottomless pit that, according to local legends, was a literal gateway to hell. Yeah, this story's only getting started. The gateway to hell. So what's the deal with this gate to hell? According to centuries-old folklore, before the castle even existed, locals were terrified of a dark chasm in the ground. They said it was so deep, you couldn't hear a stone hit the bottom. Demonic creatures were said to crawl out at night, bat-winged beasts, half-human monsters, and things too horrible to describe. It got so bad that the villagers begged for help. That's when a strange solution was proposed. Seal the hole by building a chapel directly over it. But not just any chapel, a sacred structure filled with symbols meant to trap the evil below. And thus, Houska Castle was born. Not as a home, not as a fortress, but as a lid on hell itself, a volunteer from death row. Here's where it gets really wild. Legend says that before construction began, officials wanted to test just how deep and how cursed this hole really was. So they made a deal with a condemned prisoner. If he agreed to be lowered into the pit, they'd pardon his crimes. The man agreed, probably thinking this was the easiest way out of execution. But as the rope descended, something went wrong. Moments later, he began screaming. When they pulled him up, his hair had turned white, his face was twisted with terror, and he reportedly aged several decades in mere seconds. He never spoke coherently again. The strange design of Houska Castle, even the architecture of Houska Castle doesn't make sense. Many of the windows are fake, literally painted onto the walls. There are no fortifications, no kitchens, and no access to fresh water. It's almost like the designers weren't thinking about human comfort at all. Weird, right? And remember that chapel we talked about? It's still there, right over the supposed hole to hell. Inside, you'll find frescoes that are deeply disturbing. Angels fighting demons, winged creatures devouring people, and perhaps the most unsettling of all, a painting of a half-human, half-animal creature holding a bow in its left hand. That might not sound spooky at first, but back then, left-handedness was considered a mark of the devil. Coincidence? Maybe. Or maybe not. Nazi obsession with the occult. Fast forward to World War II. Guess who else got curious about Houska Castle? Yep, the Nazis. Specifically Hitler's SS officers, who were known for their obsession with the occult. They took over the castle and conducted mysterious experiments inside. What were they looking for? A source of supernatural power? A weapon? A portal to another world? No one really knows what happened during those dark years. But when the Nazis left, villagers reported that animals avoided the area and strange lights could be seen glowing from the windows at night. Many believe the Nazis may have tried to open the gate rather than keep it shut, and that's a terrifying thought. Ghosts, monsters, and shadow creatures. Today, Houska Castle is a hotbed for paranormal activity. Visitors have reported everything from chilling whispers and sudden cold spots to actual apparitions. Some have seen a headless black horse galloping through the halls, while others claim to witness shadow figures watching them from corners. And then there's the half-man, half-beast creature said to crawl along the walls like a spider. Whether it's a product of imagination or something that slipped through that ancient gate, it's enough to make even seasoned ghost hunters turn pale. Houska isn't just haunted, it feels alive in the creepiest way. Scientific theories versus supernatural beliefs. Skeptics, of course, have their own theories. Some believe the pit was just an old limestone sinkhole and the stories were exaggerated over centuries. Others think the castle was built on a fault line, which could explain some of the strange electromagnetic phenomena reported in the area. But even scientists can't explain the sheer consistency of the legends or the weird architectural choices that clearly defy practical logic. And honestly, sometimes the scariest part isn't what we know, it's what we can't explain. Exploring Houska today, if you're brave enough, you can actually visit Houska Castle today. It's open to tourists, though they warn you to stay within designated areas. Not because of the building's age, but because of other things. Paranormal investigators have captured unexplainable photos and audio recordings there, and several guests have fled mid-tour, overwhelmed by feelings of dread. The chapel over the alleged gateway is still the centerpiece, and while the hole is supposedly sealed with thick stone slabs, some say you can still hear faint growling sounds echoing from beneath the floor. If that doesn't send shivers down your spine, you're braver than most. The legend continues. So, is Houska Castle truly the lid on hell, or just a medieval mystery surrounded by centuries of creepy folklore? Whatever the truth is, one thing's for sure, this place holds something. Whether it's a spiritual energy, a forgotten history, or something more infernal. The legend of Houska Castle continues to inspire books, documentaries, and ghost hunting expeditions. And until someone dares to break through that chapel floor and see what lies beneath, the mystery will remain unsolved. Maybe that's for the best. Unholy symbols and bizarre artwork. Inside Houska Castle, the artwork alone could fuel a dozen horror movies. The frescoes and murals dating back centuries feature demonic imagery, tortured souls, and mythological hybrids, far from your typical medieval religious decor. One image in particular shows a demonic creature stabbing a human through the throat with a spear held in its left hand. That may seem minor today, but back then, the left hand was linked with evil and witchcraft. Another disturbing mural depicts a half-woman, half-horse creature, a centaur-like figure, aiming a bow at a faceless man. The eerie detail, it's located in a chapel. Why would such dark, violent, and unchristian images be inside a sacred space? Were they warnings? Symbols of what lurked beneath the floor? Or could they have been protection symbols meant to trap whatever evil was sealed below? Birds that won't fly over. One of the strangest and most consistent phenomena reported at Houska Castle is the behavior of animals, especially birds. Locals claim that birds won't fly directly over the castle. Instead, they take wide detours as if instinctively avoiding the area. It's not a one-off event. This has been documented for years. Some say it's due to electromagnetic anomalies. Others believe it's something more spiritual, that animals can sense an energy or presence we humans can't. Even today, many who visit the castle describe a heavy, oppressive feeling near the chapel and the surrounding forest. It's like the whole area is trying to warn you, you don't belong here. People who never return. Houska Castle isn't just a ghost story, it's a place where people have vanished. Over the centuries, stories have emerged of individuals who went to explore the castle's more remote or sealed-off areas and were never seen again. Some of these tales are likely local folklore, but others are documented cases of missing persons. Most chilling are the accounts from the 18th and 19th centuries, when curiosity seekers supposedly entered parts of the dungeon and never returned. In modern times, a few thrill seekers have broken in after hours, only to be found unconscious, confused, or in a state of panic. One paranormal group even claimed they had to cut their investigation short after hearing growls and voices coming from beneath the floorboards. So what do you think? Is Houska Castle just a spooky old building with a few good ghost stories, or is it truly built on one of the darkest places on Earth? Would you dare to spend the night there? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this journey into the weird and terrifying, hit that like button and subscribe for more legends, hauntings, and secrets from the world's most mysterious places. Until next time, keep your flashlights close, and whatever you do, don't open any gates. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay brave, and stay out of bottomless pits.